Hey y'all. So I was just thinking about how yesterday when I was in church, the pastor was talking about identity. And I was thinking about how identity is such a big topic that's going on right now, and people trying to figure out who they are and what they are and all of these different things, and how so much of it is influenced in the world and in confusion, right? And I think a big part of that is because we often base who we are on our environment or our frame of reference as far as what we know, what we see, how we grew up, you know what I'm saying? And that is why so many people are spending so much time seeking out validation in who they are and what their purpose is, and they feel unfulfilled even when they feel like they have found their true identity. They still feel unfulfilled, and the reason is that they are allowing the world to tell them who they are instead of the creator. When you think about the story of Saul and how he went from Saul to Paul, Saul had this lens that was a world-given identity, right? This identity of being a Christian killer. He went out and he sought out Christians to kill because the world was telling him something, and his experiences was telling him that this was the thing that he was supposed to be doing. That's who he was. But then he had an encounter with Jesus, and in that encounter, he found his true identity, which was Paul. He was given a new name. He saw himself in the image that God had created him to be. And then he was able to write most of the New Testament, and he was able to save souls through Christ, and he was able to sacrifice himself for Jesus. He was able to change his ways and his mind and his lens and everything, but he couldn't do that until he had an encounter with Christ. See, you can choose who you think you are, but you're going to have to live with the consequences of that choice, whether that is a good consequence or a bad consequence. But you are always going to be seeking and searching and wondering and questioning and feeling empty until you go to the one that created you and find out, what did you have in mind? Who do you say that I am? When you see me, Father, who do you see? What is my identity? You can only find your identity in Christ, your true identity in Christ. You can easily find the identity that the world says that you are, and they might validate it and everything else, and you might feel good for the moment, but there's consequences to that. So I really want y'all to really think about that as you are seeking who you are, as you are growing, as you are gaining knowledge, as you are transitioning. Please make sure that you are on your face and you are in your word, and that you are going to the creator, the one who molded you, the one who breathed life in you, to find out who he created you to be. And that is where you will find your true identity. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later.